fight now because everybody else is there. Everybody else is kind of on the slower side. Like Hanshin is very mobile, and he's going to be the prime target for the Liu Bang, but how is everybody else going to kind of keep up with him?
Yeah, there's not like any of the really high frame heroes within Alpha7's roster, right? Like they're going to make sure that, or at least hope that the Hanshin's going to be like a single target pickoff, right? And you can only really look at one single target to really try and pick up there, and it's the Princess Frost. But from how we've seen Wen play these other mid lane heroes, I feel like he can land those trick shots of like the Frigid Prison, like could really stop the Hanshin for even trying to get anywhere near this hero, right? Like this is looking very tricky for for Alpha7, but I feel like they need to be aggressive with the Hanshin, and Niap needs to play this Liu Bang to perfection, right? Like that battleground command needs to come through at the right times. If that misses just like a second, that could be at the detriment of Alpha7.
True. But I think, you know, Danny on this Hanshin, if he's able to get his farm where he's able to actually blow people up, he's going to be scary. I think that, you know, Team Vitality don't have as much control as they like. Yeah, you have, you know, the Truth and you have Frigid Prison and things like that, but you don't really have any other ways to kind of lock him down and, you know what I mean, so that the rest of the team can kind of kill him, right? So it's going to be interesting. Again, all eyes right now are on Danny. Is he able to get that farm?
We can only hope and pray for him, right? Because this is game 3, the potential match point for Team Vitality. Potentially the quickest series of the day if they do get this last point. And I don't think Alpha7 want to be that brandish on their name, right? They want to make sure that they go out guns blazing. They want to get a point on that board.
Yeah, I would think more than a point. I mean, going in, like, just trying to stay positive, right? Just trying to give him a chance here. 'Cause to be honest, I thought that this is going to go, you know, 4 or 5 games, right? I thought that, you know, Alpha7 Esports, you know, were able to kind of compete with Team Vitality, but we see again they're a little bit shell-shocked. They haven't been able to respond in kind, and losing in 11 minutes and in 8 minutes in game 2. That's got to be really disheartening.
Yeah, I mean, almost 2 games may have actually like filled out the duration of a whole game 1 of this first series of the day. It's scary to have that prospect in the back of your mind when you're Alpha7, but I feel like they just need to shake that off. They just need to do a quick shake of the heads on stage and be like, right, let's get back into it. Let's get ahead in the game.
Yeah, and let Danny do Danny things, right? Let this guy farm. Let him carry you. He's the one that you got to get going. He has not been able to kind of find his zone as of yet. So you got to prioritize. You got to funnel as much farm to him as possible.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Niap's actually having a much better part of the early part of the game, right? Like, he doesn't have as much sort of distraction up into the clash lane, which we've been seeing over the past few games. Hanshin, Danny here, maybe getting a 2v1.
I mean, Keke is going to dance around a little bit. He's going to use the tower to his advantage to kind of defend here. He will hold, not really take too much damage on that side, but Danny leaps over the wall. He's going to be fine.
He's going to be fine for now, but how fine is KK? Is he shook up? Do you think he's like getting a bit of shell shock there? Like, oh, maybe we have seen a bit of feistiness from the side of Alpha7. We've got to be careful, guys. Let's not poke this bear.
No, I think he's going to be fine because the matchup for the Liu Bang, the Dharma, I would give the edge to the Dharma. He's, you know, as long as he doesn't die, he's going to get his farm. And later on, it's more about his control, his initiations, which are going to be judged more so than just his actual damage counter.
Oh, got to be careful here. I mean, Fury's already done a lot of damage on Wen, but...
Oh, Wen. He's actually going the wrong way. He's taking a lot of damage. He's going to give up first blood to Almighty, who finally he's going to get going. But now Danny looking to go for this one. He goes through 4 members trying to dash away, but he's been chased away. Down, and Fury's going to be killed. Muchen does get that one.
Yeah, that was a great way of Team Vitality actually just making sure that went in their favor. Yes, they lost Wen, but then they were able to pick up Fury for themselves as well, and just splitting apart that team fight really stopped them trying to utilize Fury on the Yixing there. So really well played there by Team Vitality, but nice to see that Alpha7 are finally getting those kills on the board. And here's that replay. You can see that Winter is coming in the backline, was really there just to kind of try and slow down Alpha7 from collapsing onto Wen, but it just wasn't quite enough.
The knockup Wen. He's going to get ready to Flaming Paul, but he's going to survive. Danny's not going to be as lucky. He's going to get guillotined. Balau trying to get over the wall, does not have that cooldown ready. He's going to fall as well. And Team Vitality up 3-1.
Yeah, double kill going over to Dowdow as well. Not necessarily where you want those double kills going over to, right? Especially on the Ogren.
Yeah, he's definitely finding ways to get in, being aggressive. Dowdow, how do you deal with him? They have 3 members, and Danny's like, come on, man, that's my farm.
Yeah, I taxed that one. That's mine. Leave that alone. And I mean, they might make way here onto their Azure Golem here as well. I mean, they're already there, so they may as well make their stamp. But we do see Danny go in. Does he claim it?
No, he does not. He does not get the smite, but here's the Battlefield Command looking to turn this around. Yap going in for this one, but now he has to flash back under the tower. He's going to be dove under. Dowdow continuing to just reign supreme, do some damage. He's going to back off. The world is my board, just kind of slowing things down, if anything else. And Team Vitality will just back off at this point with Danny limping away.
Yeah, it's the only thing that ultimate could really do right was just to slow things down, because everybody else was looking pretty much battered and scarred on the side of Alpha7. Like, Danny was pretty much almost low. He's had to run all the way back to base rather than recall. And this is now set up, that neutral objective going over once again for Team Vitality, really stepping up the pace. And just the complete focus for these neutral objectives, Team Vitality are showing a lot more sort of furiously compared to the other teams we've seen today.
Yeah. They've been very aggressive with those things, trying to take it out. I mean, there's a reason why they're up 2K and closing out games in like 8 of 11 minutes, because, you know, it's all about those advantages. It's the baby steps of just getting yourself a little bit of farm to get to do the damage, right?
Yep.
And they've done a great job of that. They've focused a lot on Almighty. This game, it's been a little bit more quiet, where Almighty's kind of gotten a little bit more space. I mean, he did get first blood, which is a huge boom for him. He is losing in terms of the farm, though, to On. So that's something to take note of. Oh, but they've got the knock off the truth. They've got knocked in. Nyap is going to be killed. And Team Vitality, again, finding ways to just get the pickoffs and force it down, make it uncomfortable. Muchen, he's going to get gone on. He's going to use Unending Sorrow. He just shrugs that one off, and they take the mid T1.
Oh, I mean, that was just absolute bait and switch there for the side of Team Vitality, right? He was just like, hey, you can like just throw everything at me. Just lay it on me, homie. I'm going to become untargetable. We're taking your T1. You're not even noticing what we're actually making an objective here, but...
When does get the pick off. Oh, but the Battlefield Command, not enough to keep him alive. On over the wall. He's going to be chased by Danny and Nyap. Oh, and he just flashes over the wall, and On starting to style on him with the protecting wings.
Yeah, that physical immunity came in clutch there. It's such a great thing for Consort Youth there. It's just so good when you're having a team fight and they think, all right, let's jump on the marksman. It's like, I got physical immunity, brother. Like, you're not going to do anything to me. I'm going to get out of this scot-free. You're not so lucky, but... Again, what, 5 kills to 2 right now? They're 20k up to 16, maybe a little bit more here.
Oh, they're trying to go for more. The world is my board. Oh, taking liberties. That was a pretty good one.
Yeah.
Connecting onto 2, but no real follow-up, no damage. And Danny is 2 levels behind Dowdow. He's starting to struggle.
Yeah, I think this is the problem with the Hanshin pick, though, right? His farm pace is nowhere near as Orgrin. Like, Orgrin's farm pace is just crazy. You can even, like, do 2 farms at the same time, especially over to the Azure Golem side of things. But for Hanshin, he has to kind of or do it one at a time, which is not as good. And it's clearly showing here in terms of XP and gold.
Yeah, he's got a huge advantage. I mean, Dowdow is still up in front. He's not scared. Like, he gets gone on. He's just, like, healed back to full in a second. And Danny just, like, looking for scraps, even fighting with Nyap just to get anything going. And again, it's Hanshin, you got to get that farm. You're pretty much the carry on that team. You got to give yourself a chance. And they haven't really been able to provide that space. They're going to look to go the Battlefield Command. They've gotten Wen. That's a good pick off. And they give the kill to Danny. But here's the Conductor of Souls. Going to just kind of go over the wall with the Path of Passing. Tries to go in. But with the minions not there, it looks like Team Vitality are going to just kind of hold off here.
No, I think you're right to say that about Hanshin needs to get that gold up. But if we look at KK's positioning on all these games in all this series so far, he's always been away from the team fight. So even if Hanshin gets that moment to have a bit of a breather, KK's there. He's like the boogeyman.
Yeah, he's always been there to back off. Yeah. I mean, you're absolutely right? The control that he provides. KK's always been like that great buddy, right, that you need. But the Conductor of Souls, the world is my board. They have found Dowdow. They're trying to kind of control him, but they don't have enough. Oh, the Unending Sorrow, keeping him alive. Almani tried to go for that Flaming Palm play, but not able to get the kill.
Not able to get the kill, but it looks like they may be able to get this T1 into the farm lane as well. That means that Alpha7 have no T1s available. Blood Rage going over to Dowdow as well, so he's just going to get more sustainable into these team fights with that amazing shield potential from that item. So looking at this going into the 8-minute mark, Alpha7 been able to survive 8 minutes, which is good. It's an improvement, but they just need to make sure they can take that gold because they are behind by about 3k. They need to bring it into their favor once more.
Okay, Danny thought about going in. He did get the knockup, but now he's being chased. The Death Precipice doing some work. He's got the connection. Dao continuing on, finds Bilal, not letting him go. But on the backside, they do have a little bit more. The winner is here, zoning them away. And it looks like Niap continuing. He's kind of stuck in no man's land. He's going the wrong way. He's going to be chased out. Wuchen just scouting him out. They found him out. Niap not able to get away, and he gets executed by Dao.
Yeah, Princess Frost. Even though Princess Frost was actually picked in the draft before Liu Bang, it's actually been a really good counter here for that pick because whenever Niao tries to go in with a battlefield command, Winter's Coming's down already.
Oh gosh, the Infinite Vastness just backing off. Team Vitality doing everything. They take the top T2 as well. Now they're going to look to take the mid one. This has been an all Team Vitality game, series, everything. They have just been exerting their dominance here.
It seems that way, right? I mean, they are definitely getting towards the latter part of the stage where they just need to kind of just put an extra bit of oomph in the kick. It's getting into that 10-minute mark where the shadow variants of these neutral objectives are going to appear. And Danny's getting caught out still in his own jungle. It's hard for Alpha7 here.
Yeah, no real way. Danny just dashes over the wall, trying to farm here. Not to be facetious here, but do we celebrate Alpha7 surviving past 11 minutes in a game?
Absolutely. It's progress, baby.
When in a bad spot, he's going to be forced down. Danny finally gets the kill. The Battlefield Command will join them on, but Almighty's been killed. What else do they get in return? It's a double thus far for Dao. And Danny still trying to stay alive. Trying to stay away from Dao more than anything else. Yep, dashes over the wall, the path of passing. He's going to use his terrain hacks to go in. The Conductor of Souls under the tower. He's not scared. They're going to kill Niap as well.
Yeah, there's no amount of tankiness that's going to keep you alive from a 3v1, especially with like an Orgrin, a Dharma, and a Hu1, right? Like, there's just so much damage, so much healing, and it's being displayed here.
Oh, he's been focused. He got truth. Oh, KK just repositioning him, and Danny's in a bad spot. Now they're going to take the mid T3. Almighty is now here. Flaming Palm, not enough damage to get the kill. Almighty has not been able to get those pickoffs as of yet.
I mean, we saw an early game prospect for him, right? We was like, oh, we got a kill. It's cool. Almighty may be activating right now, which is exactly what we need. A little bit too late within the series, especially when you're down 2 wins. But here again, Zhongfei saving them all.
Yeah, saving them all, pushing them back. Dao is a little bit low, but he's kind of just a bait, I think. But Fury, oh, okay, he's going to stay alive. He did have the immunity for a second, so he's going to be there. But Almighty will deal with the minions. And Team Vitality look like they're just going to back off, regroup, and just kind of go for that one last push.
Yeah, I mean, they may as well go for the Overlord here, right? They've got the minion waves already pushing the mid and the farm lane, so they know that Alpha7 are not going to be anywhere this side of the map. Even though they have the only push there, they know that they're not going to be up there because that's exactly where Team Vitality is going to be. If you neglect your mid lane and your farm lane, especially with the enhanced minions now because they've taken the high ground turret in the mid lane, if you take your eye off the ball and the prize for just 1 second, it could be a Team Vitality win.
Yeah. I mean, the next big team fight, they get 2 kills, they just close out this game. Look at them. Team Vitality rushing in, trying to find him. The world is my board, slowing it down. The Battlefield Command is going to be just barely enough, but Danny goes down. And it looks like they've gotten even more with Bilal as well. Dao just being this monster, chasing it down. They don't care how many towers you have. Oh, but Dao finally dies. Almighty does get that pick off in the end. So if anything, they've gotten a 2 for 2.
Yeah, nice final defense there for the side of Alpha7. Maybe it's enough to try and keep them alive. They're able to get that T1 down into the farm lane as well. So it's little glimmers of hope, I guess. But it's just, can they defend at this point now? I mean, Dao been taken off, KK been taken off. Can they make some kind of monopoly on the side of Alpha7 knowing that Dao is down?
I don't know. I mean, the net worth is just huge, right, in favor of Team Vitality. And if anything, that was just kind of like an over-aggressive way to just kind of get those kills and go in. Like, it was a little unnecessary. You could have backed off at any moment, and they were a little bloodthirsty in that sense. But they have such a huge lead that it's not a problem, right? They can just they can regroup, they can go back in and realize that they have a little bit of the, dare I say, of a head start to kind of, or of a lead to kind of give up if they wanted to.
Yeah, I mean, they could, right? They could, but we get into what would we consider a late game for Team Vitality. That 13 minutes and 30-second mark, right? High ground turret with the Clash lane. They need to do everything in Alpha7's possession to try and keep it alive.
Oh, gosh, yeah, but no real chance. Niapi's going to be killed here. They're going to chase after them. They've got Fury. They're just taking down everything. The Infinite Vastness all the way back into the fountain, if anything else. No, yeah, he's going to just kind of back off. All 5 members of Team Vitality still alive. They're going to force it down, get those kills before they get on out of there. They take out Danny one last time, as well as Almighty, and they will take the base, and they will take this series.
Yes, a clean 3-0 for Team Vitality, and not quite the performance we were expecting from Alpha